Alright, this is a video response for a tricep elbow pain when approaching lockout on heavy benching. This is for Arrakis00 on bodybuilding.com forums. Let's take a look here. It says the top left portion of my arm at the base area of tricep near the elbow. So that would mean, if you hold your arm out, left arm, that would mean my elbow is right here, so somewhere around here. Lo and behold, I get some pain there also. There's lots of reasons for pain there. Obviously, one is overuse. A lot has to do with not having good mechanics in the shoulder. When you don't have good mechanics in your shoulder, you'll end up having a lot of overuse in the elbow. Like if you do, you said lockouts a heavy bench. You know, a lot of the time, this particular pain has a lot to do with, again, shoulder mobility and a combination of overuse. So when you don't have good shoulder mobility, that's kind of like under most circumstances, I'm not sure about yours, but I'm just going to take a guess, is that your shoulder mobility, you're lacking some, not all, but some shoulder mobility, which makes this get overused very easily because of the way, because you know, every time you lower if you lower your arm, your humerus of your upper arm needs to externally rotate as you lower, and then internally rotate as you push up. And sometimes you don't have enough slack and you don't have a good solid position. So what will end up happening is whatever you can't do here properly, you're going to translate into the elbow and or the wrist. And typically what happens when it comes to this, because it's almost like you have a symptom of tennis elbow, but it doesn't sound like it. But I mean, I'll just use tennis elbow as an example. When you'll end up overusing the wrist, not getting a good wrist position. So what will end up happening is you'll get overuse here in this section of the elbow. So I think you said it was either on the top or below. What's interesting that it's probably a little bit of both. I'm guessing it's going to be, since you said it's more in the tricep, it's more like up here on the top versus over here at the bottom. And the reason why is just because, I mean, you have muscles that attach here to the bone, right? These bony landmarks, and then you have muscles that attach to bone here. So they're still pulling on that section. You know, if you can imagine, like this here is the attachment point of the muscles of the tricep and then also the forearm muscles. And you have muscles that are very, very, very tight and being overused, I should say. So what will happen is the tendon will get inflamed. And when the tendon gets inflamed, sometimes when it gets pissed off, it takes a little while before it calms down. So taking some time off doing things that irritate it will definitely help. One thing that has been kind of a short-term relief that helps a lot is foam rolling the shit out of your triceps. Now, I will tell you, if you have issues here, this will hurt like a bitch. For me, oops, cursed, my son's here. For me, I have some elbow pain, and my triceps hurt like crazy when I roll them out. So I have a foam roll back here. I'll just show you. I'll just use a kettlebell. You know, you could easily use a barbell. You know, you can put this on the desk. So you can put your elbow right on there, and you kind of put pressure here, kind of roll around back and forth, put pressure, relax the elbow, and then extend the elbow, kind of stretching it out. You can also put, like, if you have some pain below the elbow, you can put some pressure there. Sorry, my webcam is not the best here. So I'm putting some elbow pain on the outer side of my forearm and kind of pressing it and kind of flossing back and forth. A lot of this stuff I learned from Kelly Starrett of the mobility wad. He used a barbell. Barbell would probably be easier, but because of my setup here in my garage, I thought this would be easier. Or using a lacrosse ball would be great too. Or just lying on the ground and using a foam roller and just rolling it out. Because if you roll it out, it'll help minimize tension, because sometimes you just could have an over-tension of the tissue, of the muscle, tricep itself. Because remember, all this stuff is one unit. It's a system. So you got the muscle, then you got the tendon, and you got the tendon which attaches to the area where you're having pain or close to the area. So what ends up happening is that if your tricep is super, super tight and stiff, and really kind of yucky, it will pull on the tendon, which is somewhat inflamed already and irritated, and it can give you some more irritation. So foam rolling it, massaging it will help. If you lift pretty heavy and it looks like you're fairly strong and you do a lot of reps, you're probably going to want to get something very hard. If you do a lot of upper body exercises, and you bench a lot, and you like benching a lot, what will end up happening is, are you okay? What will end up happening is you're gonna get, sorry about that, I lost my train of thought. You have a lot of elbow pain, so fuck, what the hell was it? I can't remember. Anyways, you just put pressure on the area to help break the tissue up, to make it have some relief, so that there's blood goes back to the area. Because one of the things to remember about tendons don't get a lot of blood flow. So sometimes if they have micro tears in them, they take longer to heal. My last 2 chest days, I've gone 185 with 15 reps, but taking lighter hasn't helped. You're just getting overused to the area. I would still do some light workouts. Just be careful what you do to not make it worse. But I would still do stuff. I'd do some light benching. Maybe not 185 for 15 reps, but just less, maybe half, just so that you get blood to the area. Because remember, you want movement to get things going. But yeah, that's what's helped me. If you check my other YouTube channel, I posted some videos there. Maybe I'll put some links.